The real estate roadmap. Today we're talking about the real estate roadmap. Listen, this is like, it's a very simple but very important and basic conversation to help you understand how real estate moves and how you can multiply it with time and how small things can become life-changing things. Nate, you got to call it.
Ready, set, go.
What's wrong, dude? How come you cannot do that? Steven cannot beat me in the applesauce contest.
I almost had applesauce out the nose. And as funny as that would have been, it wouldn't have been comfortable.
And today we're not talking about applesauce. Today, I spent the last 48 minutes drawing the real estate roadmap.
Let's get real. It was 49 minutes.
Okay, it's pretty. Will you just admire my font? Like, no one knows how to handwrite anymore these days because everyone's always typing.
This is KK font. If you go into the fonts,
Kris Krohn.
Kris Krohn font.
All right.
So we're here to talk about the real estate roadmap. And what is true is that everyone is going to have a different map. Okay, it's going to look a little bit different for everybody. But what I wanted to talk about today are some of the principles or some of the things that you need to be aware of as you are creating your real estate roadmap. So exactly where you want to go, what the turns are, the different steps that you need to take in order to begin crushing it today in real estate. And this looks beautiful, and I will try to...
No.
I'll try to write...
I left you plenty of real estate.
Okay, I will write here... in this area right down here. So what I want to talk about is where you put your money. Most of us are putting our money in our 401ks, we're putting money in our IRAs, we're putting money in, maybe some of you are dabbling in stocks a little bit, or maybe mutual funds, which are a lot of stocks put together for you. Maybe you're putting your money in insurance.
Or the mattress.
Or maybe you're just putting your money under the mattress. But what you really need to do is get your money to work better for you. So I want to talk about this first of all. And obviously, we're talking about real estate. So if you were to buy a home, what do you need first off to be able to purchase this home?
Yeah, usually need a little bit of credit, maybe some money.
Okay, so you need some credit. I'm going to put that here with C. You also need some money here with the little money symbol. So
money.
All right, so you need some credit and you need some money. Now, by the way, does this credit have to be your own?
Nope.
Does this money have to be your own?
Heck no.
No. So neither of these have to be your own, but you do need them in order to do real estate, so you have to figure that out. But let's say you had some money. As a matter of fact, let's just say for a moment that you were able to save up, create a little bit of a nest egg of money. I'm going to call that $35,000. Okay, so let's say you have $35,000.
So maybe in a 401k or an IRA, maybe equity in a primary residence, but somewhere. And by the way, you wouldn't think, oh, I got 35 grand, because we're not trained to think that money in these places is our money, because it's not paying you, it's not really benefiting you, it's just there.
Yeah, so if you have $35,000 or access to $35,000. Again, remember, it doesn't have to be your own credit and it doesn't have to be your own money. But if you have that $35,000, what do you do? What do you do with that $35,000 that's going to make you the most money, and how do you put that to work for you? So again, this is that real estate roadmap. Well, I will tell you that there are systems out there that can help you take that $35,000 and plug it into a property. Now, before you go out and just buy any property, Kris, do I want to go into the $1 million home market?
Nope. Sorry, keep going.
Do I want to go?
Nope.
What if I wanted to, though, go in and buy like a $500,000?
Nope.
Okay. So what kind of home do I want to purchase?
So Steven and I, we believe very much that real estate can be a very, very dangerous place unless you have the right philosophy and the right strategy. So for us, we're going to give you some guidelines that are going to keep you safe. Buy homes underneath the median. Right now, under $200,000, $220,000 is what's going to keep you the safest. What that means, median point, is that that's where you have the highest number of people, the greatest population that want that house. So by the way, $220,000 is a sweet spot. You might not live in an area that has a $220,000 home, and that's okay, because we can show you how to go to those markets and keep it safe and real.
Yeah, so you're buying homes below the median.
You're doing a good job keeping this looking
so
pretty
far?
with my artwork.
All right, thank you. So below the median. A lot of these areas, that means you are buying homes that are in the $100,000 to $200,000 range, right?
Correct.
So on average, about $150,000. So let's say this $35,000 was able to buy you a home that was worth $150,000. $150,000, okay, $150,000. Those homes, if bought in the right markets, should be able to give you a cash flow. In other words, you're putting money in and it should give you money out. Now, what kind of cash flows can we see and help other individuals see in the best markets in the nation right now?
In the best markets, if you're in cash flow markets, you can see $250, $300, $400 a month of cash flow. And that's a ton compared to the small type of house that you're actually buying.
So I'm gonna say 300 to 500, just somewhere in that range. And that's per month of cash flow. Now I want to define this real quick because there's a lot of people that don't really understand what cash flow is.
Well, because we're putting money in our 401ks, my 401k don't pay me.
Right.
Put money in my IRA don't pay me. I try to pay down my house don't pay me. So most of us don't have access to investments that are income producing.
Correct. So cash flow is the money that you receive after all of the expenses are paid. So in other words, the cash flow on this property, this $300 to $500 a month, is going to come to you after you pay the mortgage, after you pay the taxes, after you pay the insurance.
So it's above and beyond.
Above and beyond all of that, even after you pay your property management company, right?
Boom.
So this is huge. So all of a sudden, $300 to $500 a month is going to work for you. That $300, $500 a month, you're going to start to save up. Now, if you don't have to live on that, and I'm hoping that you don't, I'm hoping this investment is just going to work for you, right?
Yep.
So if you're allowed to, if you can take that money and eventually grow it and keep on growing this, right? Until you can put it into another home.
Now, this is kind of cool because let's say that you have 2 homes. Now you've got $300 to $500 a month on each property. But the value on each home is what also over time? It's going up over time. If you buy the house with a fortuitous advantage on equity, that is going ahead and adding to you. Then you're getting the tax benefits. You're likely on real estate like this going to actually build up tax credits versus actually owing money, because all of that $300 to $500 a month, it's like, oh, come on, Kris. Steven, we got to pay taxes on that, right? If I'm making $500 a month, that's $6,000 a year per property. I should pay taxes on that. After you take out the depreciation and also after you write off the interest and any other business expenses, most of you are not paying any taxes on this money. So we're talking about a lot of your portfolio growing tax-free. That is a lot of money. For many of us, that's like putting 35% more money in our pocket. And not only that, I want to go one step further. You can access this money tax-free through 1031 exchange or a cash out refinance that defers the taxes.
Tax deferred.
So now you're compounding your money. By the way, you got 35 grand sitting in this property on top of the next property. Now, if this property was making you 20% a year, you're now compounding 40% a year on the same money. That's wild.
This is huge. And this is the really kind of basic version of a real estate roadmap. We just wanted to help you understand if you're getting started, if you're going in, what do you want to do and what do you want to be looking for? Well, there are some very specific things that you can do that if you'll follow those turns and keep on that map, you will see greater financial success in real estate than almost anything that's out there.
So friends, thank you so much for watching our roadmap. It's really simple. It's taking underutilized assets, even hidden assets, meaning 401ks, IRAs, money you never would have thought you could put into real estate, and it's putting it in a new machine. This machine uses leverage, which amplifies your ROI. This machine is cash flow producing. This machine also is appreciating, growing. This machine also has tax benefits. You take those four different profit centers, and what ends up happening over time is they compound here, and they come back, and 2 homes become 4 homes, and 4 homes become 10 homes, and 10 homes becomes 100 homes. And before long, your real estate has grown into a legacy, an empire that you get to continue doing goodwill and work on, whether you're alive or not. Friends, make sure you are on your real estate roadmap. If you're like, well, Kris, I'm in the learning phase. Listen, accelerate that so that you can get into the owner phase. Click on my website, learn the different options, and let's start playing in real estate right now.